Today was a towering day for justice. As we saw, Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison for the crimes she committed against these survivors and so many others. Today showed us that individuals can be held accountable irrespective of power and privilege. And today showed us that the chorus of voices of these survivors prevailed and showed accountability. It's really a victorious day for justice. And on behalf of all the survivors we've represented, we want to thank the prosecutors for their fierce and relentless pursuit of justice here. We want to thank the judge for being just and true and thoughtful. And we want to thank all of you for never stopping and continuing to pursue this story and make sure that their voices were heard.
Did not feel safe to report those crimes, or were not believed when you did, or were told that the perpetrators would not be held accountable. This is for you. There's still a lot of work to be done on this issue, but in this fight we need to celebrate the victories, and today this is a big victory. The truths about these crimes, about child sexual abuse and exploitation, are deeply uncomfortable. They happen more frequently than we want to acknowledge, and often perpetrators, as we saw in this case, are not strangers in vans. They're the people that live in our communities, and they're people often in positions of power. Maxwell and Epstein were predators who were able to use that power and privilege to harm countless individuals, and for far too long, the institutions that should be protecting the public were instead protecting them. And I still hope that we find out more about how that was allowed to occur. In churches, in political groups, in the foster care system. And so I just hope that this sentence can be another sign that voices are coming together and saying no more. If you commit these crimes, you will be punished. If you facilitate these crimes, you will be punished. If you are a bystander that looks the other way, you will not be allowed to continue to hold a position of power. It's easy to focus on the darkness in a case like this, but I also think it's important to highlight all the people that have worked so hard to bring the truth to light. And I want to start by expressing my gratitude and appreciation for my sister, Maria Farmer, who reported these crimes over decades ago and has so bravely continued to try and bring attention and fight for justice in this case. For the other women who spoke in the courtroom, I am so grateful. For the other survivor sisters that I have met on this journey who have worked so hard to make this happen, I am incredibly grateful. This would not have happened without so many voices coming together. I am so incredibly grateful for my team of attorneys, most especially SIGRID McCauley, who has gone above and beyond at every step of the way to support us and encourage us that this could happen. For Brad Edwards and his team, for the media who were, really, I think, continued to tell the story and try and bring attention to this case, to the agents who worked so hard and dedicated themselves these last few years to the Maxwell case, and to the fierce team of prosecutors who took a chance to bring this to trial and to show that she could be held accountable for this heinous scheme. So,
how did you feel speaking in court, Annie? How did you feel speaking in court?
It actually felt very powerful to finally have a chance to speak and have my voice on the record and say the things that I wanted to say about how her crimes had impacted myself and the people that I know and care about.
Annie, how did you feel listening to her in court?
I'll just say one more thing. Her statement felt like a very hollow apology to me. She did not take responsibility for the crimes that she committed, and it felt like once more her trying to do something to benefit her and not at all about the harm that she had caused.
Personally, for me, that was not an apology. She once again did not acknowledge her crimes, did not take responsibility for them in any way, so that was really disappointing.
I really hope that a lot of lessons are learned, and for anyone thinks that you can violate another human being, I really hope that this is a lesson for you.